How can you do that? My father did not do it, so why will you do it? Sister, you go collect. Hello everyone, welcome back to our busy channel. My name remains Ogenera Bome Adjiri Ofe. Today we'll be talking on a very interesting topic. And also for the women in the house, for the wives in the house, please come closer. Yes, this one is between both of us today. Husbands, don't listen to us today. Today's topic is your father's house is not your husband's house. Yes, so that's why I said the wives should come closer to me. I will be having a case study today, and the case study is from the Bible days, the Bible precisely, and about King David's wife. That's Michal. That is also the daughter of King Saul. Let me give a little bit of background of her. She was actually a lady groomed in royalty. She had the poise and the grace of a princess. She was cultured in that particular order, as in like she was groomed, bettered in royalty, and at the end of it all again, given to a man of royalty. You can imagine where she's coming from. She understood that for a king, you're supposed to be in a particular order. You don't get to laugh so much. And like for the Benin Kingdom, the wives of the Obas, your mouth is supposed to be covered. You get it? They lived a different pattern of life. That was Michal for you. And all of a sudden, there was a twist to her mind. There was a twist to how she saw things before as against how she's seeing it now. She got married to a man that we know is a man after God's own heart. A man that actually carries God for everywhere he went to. A man that even when he sins, you understand that the only person you have to run back to is still the same God that he has heard against. So you could imagine that someone, the Bible said that, God said that he's a man after my own heart. You can imagine. So at the point when he had the opportunity to dance, he danced without having anybody in mind. He worshipped God with his body, as in danced, gave God his whole when it came to him dancing. He didn't actually think about him as being a king, because he knows that him being a king was as a result of the mercies of God. But here comes Auntie Michal, our gender, that saw that this is actually a kind of a demeaning thing. How can the king be misbehaving in such order? Because first of all, before she went to speak to King David, she actually despised him in her heart, which actually fueled her speech to King David. And we know what happened to her. She was actually the only woman in the Bible recorded to be barren. So you see, let's put her story aside and let's come back to us. Most of the time, it might not be that you might get barren. It might be that because you are wanting what happened in your father's house to happen in your husband's house. You might have as well killed the peace in your home. You might have as well killed the respect you have in your home. The constant peaceful communication you have with your husband, you might have as well murdered it because you want what was happening in your father's house to be happening in your husband's house. My sister, you know it's not possible now. Your father was an authority, or is an authority to your mother. Your husband now becomes an authority to you. Because King Saul wasn't the person that danced before the Lord in that order, Michal thought that my husband should also be behaving like my father. She wanted King David to behave in that manner, which cannot be. So coming back to family now, there are some decisions your husband is taking and your father never took those decisions. You are like, how can you do that? My father did not do it, so why will you do it? Sister, you go collect. It's simple as that. Nobody is actually laying the curse on you. You're actually laying the curse on yourself, by yourself. Some of the times, let me give some instances. Maybe in your father's house, whenever there's an issue, your grandmother from your father's side, that's your paternal, your maternal grandmother, your grandparents, so to say, your aunties, your uncles, they come to the house, they settle the dispute. And in your mind, I won't blame you actually, because you've grown in that particular environment. You think that is the best way of actually handling issues. And your husband grew up in a place when there's an issue, themselves, the children don't even know there's an issue between them, their parents. The parents find a way, they settle it, and you think that one is not a good way. We must call family members, and maybe one of the days there's an issue in the house. Before your husband will say Jack Robinson, full family full village people are in the parlor waiting for him to come. And like, my in-law, come. Your wife called us to say this thing happened. Please come, let's settle it. That's how we do it in our house. Remind you, this is somebody else's house, not your father's house. Maybe when your mother gets angry at your father, or your father makes your mother get angry, your father goes and buy gifts. Your father doesn't talk about it. He doesn't apologize. He will just come. My wife, I bought you this maxi. I bought you this Hollandis. I bought you this jewelry. You get it? I bought you this gold. And if it's from the wedding part of it, or I bought you this diamond, and that settles the quarrel. But the husband that you got married to is the fact that when there's an issue in the house, he's like, my wife, come, please, let's talk about it. I know I goofed up in this area. Please find a way in your heart to forgive me. And you're like, is that how to do things? Go and buy me this. And the man is like, Abba, I don't understand. Are we not supposed to be communicating our grievances to actually know how we should behave the next time? And you're like, no, it's gift, I understand. It doesn't work that way, auntie. It doesn't work that way. If your father was the type that went to the kitchen to cook for himself, to serve himself food without the wife doing it for him, doesn't mean that your husband will also like that same manner. Remember, we have hierarchy in God and in the home. In the church, we have God, we have Jesus, and we have the church. In the home, we have God, we have Jesus, we have the husband, and then we have the wife. Follow the hierarchy. Your father was an authority to your mother, not to you. Your husband is the authority over you. Like I say, we have individualism in marriage. We come to a compromise to actually have a safe landing. So let it be that your husband and yourself, you have communicated. This is how we'll be running it. Whenever there's an issue between both of us, we sit down, we talk about it. No family members, no third parties coming into the matter, except has gone beyond the usual. And at that point, we might as well get a counselor to talk to us. But not just you saying that, no, whatever you are saying your own. This is my way or the highway. Whenever there's an issue, I will call my family. Whenever you get me angry, you don't need to use your words to say anything. Just buy me gifts. Sister, please do well. Because like I said, you might have as well murdered the peace, murdered the respect, murdered the communication, and any other loving thing you have in your home working, might have as well murdered it. The same Micah. The same way, Micah lost the opportunity of becoming a mother. And if you are not careful enough, you might have as well get to lose the marriage. Because at some point we should understand that with the women we are moved by love, and the men, they are moved by respect. Micah didn't understand that there's boundary when it comes to marriage. That in your house, your father does not call the shot. The behavior of your father is not what happens. It's not the way your husband should also behave. In as much as I'm talking to the ladies now, I'm sure that some husbands, they are around also listening to me. The next video is for you too. Yes, today is for the women. So let's deal with our agenda for today. The next video will be for the men. So sister, be wise. Say a wise woman builds her home up. Build your home. Make sure you do things the right way. Make sure you communicate with your husband. You don't have a sole decision of things in your home. Let it be that your husband and yourself, both of you, have communicated effectively and efficiently. Let me say that way before decisions are being made or taken. Let it not be that in my house, or in my father's house, if my mother says it, that's how it ends. My father does not say anything, so my mother has said it. Okay, so you come to the house that a man knows that I'm a man. And you're like, why will you say it? I've already taken decision. Let me not go too far. Let me just say it in this shallow way. There's a family I know very well. Whenever they want to go out, they go to meet their mother. And like, mommy, I'm going out. Oh. And the mother is saying, go. And maybe when they are outside the compound, they get to see their dad. Or maybe they see their dad after they've spoken to their mother. And the dad is saying, where are you going to? The children are saying that we are going out. The father is saying like, who allowed you? Like, my mother allowed me. And like, please go back inside. Who said you should go there? The woman comes out and said that I allowed them to go. Allow them, leave the way, let them pass. The daughter also grew up in that mindset that yes, my mother calls the shot. So when she got married, it continued with that same mother until God helps them that they went for counseling and that thing was actually resolved. So I might be giving few instances, but I know you know more than me if you're having this kind of issue. So whatever issue you're having in your home because it's a mindset from your father's house, please dump it. If you cannot dump it, communicate with your husband, please. Make sure you do that so that you have a peaceful home. There's nothing as beautiful as a peaceful home. It radiates in everything that happens in the house. When husband and wife that are living in a peaceful home, they go out, it can be easily seen. Even a blind man can actually see that, yes, this couple, they are peaceful. They have a healthy relationship. So please do well. In as much as we are growing, we should also grow right. Yes. Have a relationship that will last for years, that will become an example to younger folks coming up in the marriage world. Yeah. So please do well. Compromise, even as much you have our individualism, compromise and have a peaceful home. Thank you very much for watching my video to this extent. Thank you so much. Please do well to like this video, share the video, and do well to comment. I want to hear your thoughts at the comment section. And click on the notification bell if you've never done that. And for those seeing my face for the first time on your screen, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. Bye.